And so before the powerful Vayu makes landfall on the East Indian coast, here is what you have to do to be safe. Firstly, keep mobile phones charged to ensure connectivity. Secondly, get regular weather updates by listening to radio, watching TV and reading newspapers. Also keep documents and valuables in waterproof containers. Now, secure your house by not leaving sharp objects loose. And last but not the least, prepare an emergency kit with essential items for safety and survival. Shifting focus to other news stories, it's the first visit by a Japanese premier to Iran. Shinzo Abe is in Tehran amid growing tensions between the U.S. and the Islamic nation. Now, in an interesting remark, right after meeting the Japanese Prime Minister, Rouhani stated that Japan wants to keep buying Iranian oil, a statement that Abe clearly avoided. Remember, despite pushing for imports to continue, Japan has stopped importing oil from Iran for now to avoid U.S. sanctions. In fact, on a visit to Japan last month, U.S. President Donald Trump had welcomed what he called Abe's help in dealing with Iran. As a United States ally that also maintains good diplomatic relations with Iran, Japan could well be in a unique position to mediate between the Islamic Republic and the United States. Strains between Washington and Tehran have sharply increased in recent weeks. A year after the United States abandoned a 2015 nuclear agreement between Iran and world powers to curb Tehran's nuclear program in return for lifting sanctions. Let's bring you the latest from the UK. Frontrunner for UK's top job, Boris Johnson, has launched his campaign. The former British Foreign Secretary told his party members that they must take the UK out of the European Union or see the party wiped out by angry voters. Johnson warned that if Parliament moved to block Brexit, the government will face mortal retribution from the electorate. He has also said the contest to become the next Prime Minister was not about the contestants or the Conservative Party. Rather, it was a battle to restore faith in our democracy. 10 Conservative lawmakers are running to succeed Theresa May as party leader, and Prime Minister Johnson is the bookies' favourite and has won the backing of many Brexiteer Conservatives by promising Britain and promising it that it will quit the EU by 31st October with or without a divorce deal.
This is the moment. What most people understand is that the best way to avoid a no-deal outcome, the best way to avoid a disorderly Brexit of any kind is to make the preparations now that will enable us to leave in a managed way if we have to. But above all, if we make the preparations now, we will carry the conviction with our friends and partners that we are indeed able to make such an exit if we really have to, if we are dead, if we are moved, if we have to go down that route, which would be, of course, a last resort, not something that anybody desires as their first option. But if we have to go down that route, then the best way to avoid it is, of course, to prepare it.